Hello everyone. You're listening to Citizens of Earth podcast. It's a podcast about traveling, immigration, and living in different countries and about impact that experience makes on our journey and on our life. And today we have a guest from India. Her name is Shivva. She's originally from Tamil Nadu state in India, and she moved to US to Baltimore first and then to Bay Area. Hello Shivva.
Hey Alex.
Thank you for accepting the invitation to interview.
Thank you.
So can you tell us how long ago did you move and what were the difficulties?
I came to USA to do my master's in computer science after finishing my bachelor's in electrical engineering in India. It was a good, smooth migration from India to USA at the time. The exams were like GRE, TOEFL, and applications for universities. Everything was good, and I had funding here to continue my master's program. After finishing my master's, I got an internship program, and after that, I was working in the same company as a contractor, and I wanted to be a full-time employee, so I quit that job and started applying for new jobs. And again interview process, and that's how I came to Bay Area.
Okay.
Because of Silicon Valley.
Okay. And I don't ask you to be ambassador for the whole India. I'm just curious about your personal experience. How was it for you to move from Indian society, which I believe is very traditional, to US society, which is very modern? So what shocked you, what struck you the most? Like what was the first impressions, and how was your life experiences after you moved?
It was a shock for me in a lot of senses, like good ones.
Okay. Let's start with good ones.
Good ones. People are very friendly, and they are kind, and they are very helpful. So if I need any help, I can go and talk to people here, and they advise me in the right way. So I felt very comfortable talking to people.
So it's truly the country of immigrants. Yeah?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I definitely consider this as a second home, because if I have to go back to India, then I'm pretty sure my attitude towards society, life, everything has changed, and I'm not sure how easy for me to adapt to Indian society now. The migration happened because I have been living here for 8 years in USA.
8 years, yes, that's a lot.
That's a long time, and I don't visit India so often nowadays.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I consider this as a second home.
Okay. And what was the biggest contrast for you with India?
I like visiting India because it's more culturally different, and
because India has so many states, as US basically.
Yeah, it's a subcontinent. India is a subcontinent. It's culturally rich, and the buildings and architectures, everything is it is mind blowing there. So that's one part why I visit India, and why USA is it's so welcoming. It welcomes everyone with open hands, and like that's very comfortable for anyone to come and stay here. But being there in India, I grew up in India till I was like 20, and being here in USA for like almost 8 years now, that gives me an idea of like both Indian culture and Western culture. I'm very open to analyze and receive things. So that helps me to get the best of both worlds.
It's a really great answer. What are the good things besides being so welcoming about US?
The opportunities.
Opportunities.
Yes. If I want to change jobs, I can easily change jobs. If I want to do some education, further my education, do PhD or do MBA, I can do that. And other opportunities other than career, you want to volunteer for something, you can do that.
You felt lack of these opportunities in India?
They are available, but I'm from a very conservative, traditional Indian family. Okay. And being a woman is it's not the greatest thing. They respect women.
Okay.
I have to record that they respect women.
Disclaimer.
Yes, but the opportunities are not great for them in India.
Comparing to US.
Yeah, definitely.
So you like opportunities here.
Yes, because I want to grow as a person and I want to take advantage of the opportunities. Unless you travel, unless you study or go out and socialize or work, you won't be able to see other perspectives of life and you won't grow as a person.
Okay, that's a great answer. Thank you. Let's try to move to bad part of contrast between India and US. So what feels uncomfortable still?
Dating.
Dating? Yeah.
Yes.
What about dating? What
Coming
is
from a
confusing?
traditional family
Yeah.
again, I am trying to achieve the balance between the Indian and Western culture, and
It's not easy when it comes to dating.
yes, it is very difficult.
Okay, Shivva, can you first tell us how all this dating, marriage things going on in India, and then move
Oh yes.
to
So what happens in India is, in this kind of conservative traditional Indian family, parents, they arrange for the marriages. They either the boy or girl, they will find for their son or daughter, and
okay, so four parents from both sides
yes,
actually make decisions.
yeah, they make decisions. It's family event, and it's,
how do they do that? What are the criteria for making the decision?
well, they would think about someone from the same community, and some things are very shallow. Some people, they even look for like they want a beautiful traditional Indian girl who takes care of the family, like
Okay.
sit at home, cook for my son, and take care of the family, and that's your life.
Okay.
So for they have that kind of
How do parents act from girls' side?
girls' side. So they would expect someone who can take care of the daughter properly after she.
To provide?
Yes.
Okay.
There are some families who have different expectations, like okay, both are working, both are earning, and definitely a woman's job will be more at home, but still they are a little bit open-minded towards families. But it's still there, like okay, more pressure on women and traditional arranged marriages.
Okay.
So that's what happens in India. Nowadays things are changing a little bit, like the boy and girl, they get to talk and talk with each other and find out if they're okay with each other.
Okay, my friend once told me that astrologists take
Exactly.
large part
Yep.
in arranged marriages.
Yep.
That parents consult with astrologists.
That's
and,
true.
Okay, and how are they involved?
So the first criteria they see is community, same community for both boy and girl, and then they will get the date of birth and horoscope. It's called
and
horoscope.
time of birth.
Yeah.
Exact time of birth
Exactly.
is important.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how they make the horoscope.
For girl and for boy. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then they do the horoscope match,
Okay.
and that is like, it depends, like okay, in South India they have a specific format for horoscope matching, and in North India they have another format for horoscope matching, and if there is a good match, then the next step is like letting boy and girl talk to each other,
Okay.
and if that is okay, and if the families are okay with each other,
Boy and girl talk in presence of their parents, or
things are changing now, so
Okay.
yeah, they get to talk in private as well.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Shiva, another question. I know that some Indians are fresh new. They immigrated recently, like you. Even if I know it's been 8 years, but it's still relatively recently. And some were already born here, so they Americans.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, how is interaction going between these two groups of people?
Yeah, it is very interesting. There is a name for American-born Indians.
Yeah?
It's called American Born Confused Disease. ABCD.
ABCD.
Yes. So they are also trying to figure out who they really are, because they are brought up here, so they want to be American, but at home they speak like some Indian language, right? So they are trying to figure out, okay, which culture should I adapt to, and what are the personality dominates, like, no, they either act like an American or they act like an Indian. So that's what I have found in like American born Indians.
So they struggle with their identity.
Yeah, it is hard to choose something solid because of too much of influence from family and too much of influence from society.
Uh-huh.
You don't know what to pick.
It contradicts each other, this influence, yeah.
It does contradict.
So basically, parents are pushing kids towards traditional values, and society is pushing kids towards like modern liberal values, and they have a huge conflict inside themselves.
Yes. That's why we call it as confused disease.
Yeah. Yeah, tough luck. So another question: when you go back to visit to India,
Yeah.
I believe it's like 2-year gaps or 3-year gaps. Do you notice the difference in yourself?
Oh yes,
because
big time.
Yeah?
Yes.
What was the most noticeable?
Noticeable? Well, I think it's mostly like other people notice it first. Like, okay, you have become very different. That's the first thing that people say when you see, when they see you in India, right? I have refined my personality so much because I came to USA. Or with any travel, it would happen. If I were to be at home all the time or in India, my personality was very different in India. I never had a chance to go to places or do anything other than like no studying or what you see on TV. So the exposure was very less when I was in India.
I have another question about these arranged marriages. Like, what is the attitude of man and woman who is about to get married about the whole arrangement? Like, do they welcome their parents to do that, or do they like hate parents for doing this, or like what feelings do they have towards the whole process?
Some people are neutral about it.
Okay.
So it's a traditional thing that parents get to decide who a man or woman are going to marry. And I don't think parents' permission or parents' blessings are always important in Indian marriages, and they don't really object it. No one objects it easily. Like, no, okay, I am going to choose my partner, I don't care what you think. They never say that to family. They always come to family for approvals. I say approval because it really is an approval.
Yeah. Okay, Shiva, what's the things you missing here in US the most about India?
The most is I miss going to temples.
Okay.
Because I think in India the temples are architectured in a way like it's more science and engineering. So I think I really believe that if something is architectured with science or engineering, it should work for everyone.
So the temples were built in specific way,
exactly,
with specific rules to make it work for everyone.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes,
yeah.
The energy flow, the amount of light and vibrations that you feel in temple. Temples are engineered to allow positive vibrations, and anyone who comes, whether you have faith or not, when you come and get out, you feel you have the peace. So that's why I want to go to temples in India, because they are engineered to work for everyone.
And here in US, there are no
it's very
Hindu
difficult to
temples.
Yeah, it is very difficult to science it out. It's and build pyramids, right?
Yeah.
They are engineered properly to preserve the mummies for long time.
Okay.
And because it's science, it works. It's not the faith of the people, it's more science, it works. If it is faith, it only works for that person,
Yeah, but only for me.
only for you. But if it is something like that would really give you positive vibrations, structured scientifically, it would work for everyone. So there is an example, there's a heartbeat monitor. So it's going to work for everyone because it's scientifically done properly.
Yeah.
But I could believe I'm wearing this, and if I'm wearing this omelette, this is going to help my heart to beat properly. That would work also because
Yeah.
it's based on faith.
Yeah.
So that's why the temples in India are based on science.
Okay.
And it's going to work for me. I have the.
And here you're missing.
I'm missing
temples.
that. Yeah.
So there are no Hindu temples in Bay
We
Area?
have a lot of temples here. It's only the reason is like the construction, the structure, or the engineering of the temple.
So you don't like the way it's built?
Yeah, it's mostly it's houses, and you just have some pictures and statues
I
there.
see. So it's interior, not
yeah.
the whole structure.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Or even the whole structure, I would say, entire engineering. It's supposed to be engineered entirely for something to work like that. So if you read about some temples in India, you can understand this allows this time of a day, the sunlight falls on this statue for this number of minutes, like this amount of time. So those things are very well calculated.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
here it's not like
it's
this.
not. It's not.
Okay, I see your point. Okay, thank you, Shivva, and thank you everyone for listening to today's episode. It was Citizens of Earth podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, iTunes channel, and check out our next episode.